At the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City faced Everton in a tactical duel that showcased Pep Guardiola's precision and David Moyes' defensive resilience. City lined up in a 4-1-4-1, anchored by captain Ruben Diaz and young star N. O'Reilly in midfield, while Erling Haaland led the line. Everton countered with a compact 4-2-3-1, led by James Tarkowski and Jordan Pickford, looking to absorb pressure and strike on the break. From the opening whistle, City's control was absolute. Nunes and Reinders dictated tempo, while Foden and Doku stretched Everton's defense wide. The Toffees, however, stayed disciplined, with Keane and Tarkowski clearing countless balls from danger. Beto worked tirelessly up front, though he was left isolated against City's well-organized defense, marshaled confidently by Diaz and Ake. Everton's strategy focused on patience and compactness. Alcaraz and Gueye pressed selectively, but City's passing rhythm proved suffocating. By halftime, the home side had 70% possession, yet no breakthrough. A yellow card for James Garner in the 39th minute reflected Everton's growing frustration as they struggled to disrupt City's flow in midfield. Guardiola adjusted early in the second half, bringing on Bernardo Silva and Oscar Bob to inject creativity. The change paid off almost instantly. In the 58th minute, young N. O'Reilly spotted Haaland making his signature run and slipped a perfect through ball between defenders. The Norwegian striker unleashed a ruthless finish, sending the Etihad into raptures. City 1-0 up at last. City's momentum only grew. Just 5 minutes later, Savinho, lively all evening, beat his man on the right flank and squared the ball across goal. Haaland was again perfectly positioned, slotting it home for his brace. 2 goals in 5 minutes turned dominance into daylight, and Pep's tactical tweaks once again proved masterful. Moyes responded with triple changes: Roll, Arobunum, and Barry to freshen Everton's legs. Yet the visitors remained pinned in their own half. Pickford pulled off several key saves to keep the scoreline respectable, but Everton's counterattacks faltered with no support reaching Beto. City's midfield triangle of Silva, Nunes, and O'Reilly controlled every blade of grass. In the final 15 minutes, Guardiola rotated his side. Lewis and Shirky came on to rest O'Reilly and Savinho, while Kovacic replaced Gonzalez. Everton introduced Dibbling and McNeil, but the pattern remained unchanged. City's passing clinic continued, more than 720 completed passes and 11 corners compared to Everton's 3.
Under the bright floodlights of the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City delivered a clinical 2-0 victory over Everton in another Premier League masterclass. The night was charged with anticipation, and Pep Guardiola's men didn't disappoint. With precise movement, possession dominance, and tactical discipline, City proved once again why they remain the gold standard of English football. The first half was a test of patience. City pushed forward relentlessly, moving the ball from wing to wing, waiting for gaps to appear in Everton's tight defense. The Toffees sat deep, hoping to frustrate their hosts and counter when possible. Jordan Pickford stood tall, making key stops to deny Haaland and Doku, while James Garner earned a yellow card for halting City's momentum in the 39th minute. As the second half began, the tempo quickened. Guardiola made a crucial decision to introduce more energy and creativity. Oscar Bob replaced Doku, and Bernardo Silva stepped in for Reinders, adding fresh intensity in midfield. The changes instantly paid off as City began to carve open Everton's defensive structure with quicker passing sequences and sharper movements. In the 58th minute, the breakthrough arrived. Young midfielder N. O'Reilly threaded a perfect pass through a narrow gap, and Erling Haaland, ever the predator, met it with a thunderous finish past Pickford. The Etihad erupted. Relief and excitement mixed in one roar as City finally took a well-deserved 1-0 lead after dominating play from the start. Just moments later, the momentum stayed blue. At the 63rd minute, Savinho showed his flair and pace on the right flank, beating his marker before curling a low cross into the box. Once again, Haaland was there. Calm, clinical, and unstoppable, scoring his second goal of the night. The Norwegians' double sent the crowd into pure jubilation as City took a commanding 2-0 lead. Everton tried to respond, but their attempts were short-lived. Sean Dyche brought on Barry, Irobunyum, and Rowell to inject fresh legs, yet City's control remained absolute. Every pass, every touch from the home side carried confidence. With over 700 completed passes and 71% possession, Guardiola's side simply toyed with their opponents in the final stages. In the closing minutes, the match turned scrappy. A series of substitutions saw Cherki replace Savinho and Lewis come in for O'Reilly. On Everton's side, Dibbling and McNeil entered the pitch, but frustration took over as Dibbling picked up a yellow card in stoppage time for a rash challenge. The rhythm of City's play left Everton chasing shadows until the very end.
At the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City once again showed their dominance, securing a 2-0 victory over a resilient Everton side. The match wasn't just about the scoreline. It was a display of patience, precision, and pure attacking rhythm. Under the cool Manchester night sky, City's fans witnessed another confident performance from Pep Guardiola's men. In the second half, the inevitable breakthrough arrived. In the 58th minute, young midfielder N. O'Reilly slipped a clever ball through Everton's defensive line, and Erling Haaland did what he does best, burying the chance with a ruthless finish. The Etihad erupted as the Norwegian striker put City 1-0 ahead, his trademark celebration lighting up the stands. City didn't stop there. Just 5 minutes later, new signing Savinho dazzled down the right wing, cutting past his marker before delivering a perfect low cross. Haaland was again in the right place at the right time, tapping the ball home to double City's lead. The crowd roared in approval as Pep's tactical adjustments paid off perfectly. With a 2-goal cushion, City began to control the game effortlessly. They kept the ball moving with over 700 completed passes, while Everton chased shadows. The visitors tried to counterattack through Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but City's backline, led by Ruben Diaz, remained composed and unbreakable throughout the second half. Everton's frustration began to show. Midfielder James Garner was booked after a late challenge, and T. Dibbling followed with another yellow card in added time. Their lack of composure reflected how City's relentless pressure can mentally exhaust even the most disciplined opponents. Guardiola's men simply refused to give them space to breathe. Statistically, City's dominance was clear. 71% possession, 20 total shots, and 7 on target, compared to Everton's single effort on goal. Their XG of 2.15 reflected how effectively they created clear scoring opportunities, while Everton managed just 0.91. It was a classic City performance, methodical, technical, and decisive.